Oh man, now I've been wanting to get my hands on one of these for a long time and it's finally here. So the GTRS, guitars I think for short, because you can do multiple guitar simulations with this one guitar from Mooer. And well, the specs are really nothing to write home about. It's a basswood body, a rosewood fretboard, so I'm expecting just a little less twang than like with a Stratocaster, with a Fender Stratocaster, but it's all really decent. I've tried playing this for quite a while now and the action is actually out of the box pretty good, so that's good so far. And the tuners are GTRS made, it seems, and they stay in tune quite well. Now it comes with this nice padded gig bag, which is well, pretty solid. It has a nice large compartment in the front and also like this thing to keep the neck into place, which you can put it in. It's also pretty nice. So with this gig bag you can really take this anywhere without the guitar getting damaged or anything. And you also get like this little book with it, which is essential because, well, there are all these features on this guitar, even more than others, so you really need to read the book. You get a bag of tools to adjust the truss rod, like with any guitar, and you also get your little tremolo right here, tremolo arm, so you can put that in the guitar and start using that as well. So here you can see how that looks, and I really love the vintage look of these guitars. So it really is a modern instrument with a lot of modern features. But the looks of this one, and I got the seafoam green one, I like that the most, and it really just looks like a vintage cool Stratocaster instrument that, well, that you can play anywhere without it, people even noticing that this is a really modern guitar with all of these features built in. So the specs, well, they're fine, they're not really awesome, and I don't expect just for these specs this guitar to be the price that it is. But what you pay for is of course this one really cool button. This is what I was wanting to try out, this button, because this can change, well, all of the settings for you, and it can do guitar simulations and it can also do effects for you right out of this guitar. So one of the advantages here, and I think that's why this thing is so great for beginner guitarists, because one thing, you may not know what type of guitar is best for you, so this is kind of a middle ground for all of that. But also you can just plug in your headphones here, you already have your effects right in the guitar, so the output of the sound into your headphones is just with effects, the guitar that you choose. You can even do drum loops with this, so you can really get started with playing anywhere without having to, well, buy or have a separate door pedal. But I also wanted to see if all of these effects are usable enough for like playing on stage. So the way you can change everything is by downloading the guitar app. So let's do that. So let me record my screen here so you can follow along. Just go into the Google Play Store and look for the Guitar S app. Guitar S by Mooer. So let's install that. It already has over 10,000 downloads, so this is quite a popular guitar actually. Okay, so once you download it, you can open it and hold it sideways, and now first thing you need to do is connect this and search for nearby products. So then it's found it, you just click into that and now it's connecting. Then you just need to scan the QR code on the back here to make sure that this product is connected to your phone. So there's the QR code. And with the button you can set this to any tone you want. So when I push this, you can also see that changing in the app. So right now I'm in 0B clean tone. So turn up the volume. I push it again, I have a British lead. Even with the amp models, you can still change the pickup setting right here. It will change the sound accordingly, so that's also pretty cool. So stored in here. I have some pretty cool sounds already. So the action is also quite low, which is kind of the way I like it. It's a little bit in between the fast wizard necks from Ibanez with the 14-inch radius and like standard Stratocasters with like an 8 or 10 radius. So this is a 12-inch radius, and so it's kind of in the middle there. So even the neck and the playability is a little bit in between the guitars that you can model. Now within the app you can also change the few settings. You can load these different sounds from the tone library, like a blues lead, and you can lead that into the guitar. You can also go into the settings and do like a drum machine. You can also do tuner. I need to tune it just a little bit, so let's do that as well. So it's also pretty handy. You have a tuner right here in the app, and of course it connects to the guitar wirelessly. And then the sound turns back on automatically once you switch off the tuner, so that's also pretty cool. You can do like a drum machine here, set the BPM. You can even see the speed of the drum machine right there on the screen. Maybe change the volume a little bit here. It's kind of hard to hear. Turn it off again. You can do chords with this, so learn chords right within the app, which is also pretty cool. And that's why all of these things, well, this is a great guitar for beginners, because you have all these built-in apps right here, and the guitar works seamlessly with this app. So that's kind of cool. You also have a looper, so you can start recording that. different tones here. Save that to the spot and maybe call it something that you want. So now this is in here and you can cycle through the tones, and I have the Neo Soul one right here. So you have 4 spots here right on the guitar. You can save your tones right here from the library, or exchange even some with via the cloud, so people can create these tones and then you can also access them, so which is pretty cool. So you can see that in the folders that you have. You can also change the output of the guitar, so I have Bluetooth or USB out, sound a little bit harder than the output of the guitar itself. So that makes it a little bit easier to record, for example, on your computer while still having an output to your amp, which is also pretty cool. And you can of course disconnect the guitar. And you can also turn off these smart features right here by turning down this knob. And now it's just the output of the wood, the neck wood, and these pickups right here. So you can still feel the guitar, and this is what this guitar really sounds like without any of the effects. Of course you can play like this and it won't cost you any battery, so you can always play just with your guitar with live gigs or anything, and the sound is actually, well, pretty good. Like I said, it's a little bit less twangy than maybe regular Stratocaster guitars. This is also because of the humbucker right here, but I think they did that on purpose to just make it a little bit more versatile and get more like lead sounds out of it as well, because this is supposed to be, well, a guitar for just about everyone. Now this also comes with a few disadvantages, because maybe the fretboard radius is not for everyone. You still get like a Stratocaster reach right over here, but the radius is just a little bit flatter than with like a Fender Stratocaster or a Squier Stratocaster. Maybe Fender is more in this price range though. So even though it plays really nice and I could really play this at a gig, for the money the specs are just a little bit less than you'd get with a regular guitar. But of course you don't have to buy any additional pedals. You can just play with this straight out of the box with all of the built-in effects, and they actually are really pretty cool. I think they're just the stock Mooer effects, but you get the added bonus here of the guitar modeling that it does as well. And I remember when I bought the first guitar modeling, well, true modeling guitar ever, the Variax, that was a long time ago. And I liked it for the versatility, but this is more of a combination of a real guitar and then just that cool action button right here. So I really recommend this, anyone looking for a versatile guitar to get started with. Even though it might be a little bit out of the price range for most beginners, you can really get a lot out of this guitar and go a long way.